Hey guys, this is William, back with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing an EIKWM France Tech G4, G5 game with Montu, Gray, and Penguin. Looking at this first pile, I think the best card might be Cat Lover. Forest Farmer is interesting. I mean, it's Cat Lover, Woodcarver, or Forest Farmer. Spring Worker requires a combo, which I don't have at the moment. Parquet Setter likes having other stuff first. I think we can probably first pick Cat Lover here. Then any kind of early fencing support or early animal game will end up being pretty reasonable. And there we see Stable Deliveryman, or round 1 Stable Deliveryman with Cat Lover would be pretty awesome. Have space for 3 animals in round 6, for example. And then be able to ignore read. As always, the dream. So I'm going to have to go a little quicker than normal on this game. I'm on a bit of a time constraint. So I'll try to explain as much as I can before it's my turn. Reformer, but Village Druid. How do I not take Village Druid, right? Stable Deliveryman will give me ways to hold animals, so Village Druid's the pick for sure. I don't even need an early sheep grab. I can just get sheep from Village Druid. Looks good. Good start. Alright. Yeah, Village Druid into Stable Deliveryman into Cat Lover. Should be a pretty strong opening. I just need to make sure I get wood and clay grabs and wood, clay, and food grabs. Otherwise, whoa. Bargaining Baker. Quite a bit better than all the other cards. It's a little awkward because I probably want to go animals more than ovens with Cat Lover and Village Druid. But playing Bargaining Baker and building the clay oven and getting a green from clay oven and also a cooking hearth or fireplace is totally fine. And Woodcarver came back, which is pretty surprising. It's a pretty good card, I think. Especially with something like Stable Deliverymen, if I can make those free. Although it's Woodcarver is a pretty situational card. It really is more dependent on your minor improvements, I think. I think that's what ultimately decides how good Woodcarver can be. And I do have a lot of early game occupations at the moment, so Come on, guys. Let's pick it up a bit. I had a game once where everybody collectively abandoned because we weren't done the draft in 15 minutes. That was funny. That was a funny one. I think it was because a bunch of cards were sitting on me because I was streaming or setting up the stream and maybe having to move into the basement or whatever. Because for a while I was streaming out of our basement. Because that's where I had the best internet. Midnight Fencer. Why doesn't it work? I don't know if it doesn't include yourself, does it? Midnight Fencer? I don't think so. That's what I was trying to look up. Don't really want any of these. Shovel Worker is probably the most playable. I've never really managed to make football player work. What are the odds I need food? Probably not that high, right? Let's try football player. I might need a point ceiling card. And Tanner, definitely. Tanner's a pretty good point ceiling card. Don't need Herdsman. I have too many early cards already. Alright. Well, I don't want Alms. I have too many cards that are worth playing. Boarding school is an option because I do like playing my occupations. What would boarding school play? Like woodcarver, bargaining baker? That would be pretty late. I don't think I need boarding school. Apiary is probably the best card here. I mean, I don't necessarily think I have a great apiary game, but if I can use it to sow 3 different goods, like round 12 or 13, 14, then that's probably worth a card. Sowing 3 goods will be about 2 or 3 points, and it saves me the action doing it, and usually the sow action is pretty contested at the end of the game, so I think that looks fine. This looks like a Pelts pick. Pelts is actually like the perfect card for me, turning my excess sheep into something even more useful. Although Ram would be nice as well. I mean, even baking tray with bargaining baker is very playable. But definitely the pick is Pelts with cat lover. A very strong reason to go to a 5-room house now. Oh man, I got some good ones in this pile. Lumber pile with stable deliveryman is definitely something. Farm school. I don't really have that many made late game occupations, so I don't think I need farm school. But a card like machete plus apiary is just ridiculous. Winter pond, of course, great free card. I think the pick's gotta be machete, right? Although lumber pile is outstanding with stable delivery men. Because you can turn your one wood stables into 3 wood each and then rebuild them, and you've gained. Well, if you rebuild them, then they're not as good. But if you turn that into wood, which for fences, then it's quite nice. Or in my case, turn it into wood for cat lover. I should be able to get wood from other sources though. And the wood cost on machete is not bad. Not if I play wood carver. Spade seems like something. Prize squash is a payoff for my machete stuff, but I don't really have that much other support for it. Yeah, spade plus apiary seems something. And machete, but I think just farm name sign is fine. Two points if you fill your farm, and you want to fill your farm anyways, because that's the way you win. So, looks reasonable. Overall, the strength of my miners is very high. Occupations are okay, but my miners especially are quite strong. Well, fishhook is free with wood carver, so even though I don't necessarily plan on using it, should be fine. It's a free point and a couple incidental food, then certainly would end up being worthwhile. So I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm keeping an eye on Twitch chat, so please say hello if you're watching. Ram came back. This is a slam dunk pick. It doesn't count as a sheep for cat lover, but it's a card that I can play before, like when I don't have that much room for animals. It's a card I can play to make sure that I have room to breed. So like when I have one stable, one room, Ram will let me breed. And 2 sheep is really all I need, because 2 sheep makes cat lover rooms cost 0 read, which is ideal. Hello to Unsmithy. Hope you're doing well today. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, we're almost done the draft here. Only one more card. Yeah, I actually have quite a strong animal setup. If I can get breeding pair of boar and cattle in round 10, 11 with tanner and pelts, that will be quite strong. For each, you know what's interesting? Pelts and tanner seem to anti-combo, which I never noticed before. And this is lumber pile. Ooh, no, it's not. It's farm school. Because I just saw the text on farm school. Whenever you harvest at least 2 goods during the field phase of a harvest, machete will let me harvest all the goods planted on one field. This means farm school can play cards with only one planted field. So it seems like it will definitely be worth it for me to set up one field, one sow with bargaining baker. Looks fine. So I can kind of set up my combo, accumulate animals, and then once I've done that, then I build all my rooms, start family growthing. Tanner, let's take a look at this. If you also have pelts, you may use that card as well as the tanner for each converted animal. Oh, okay. I mean, the text of them says otherwise, but that's fine. There's a reference page. Oh, it's a thread that Hano has interacted in. As you don't need to put the boar in your house, you can combine pelts and this other card. Even though the text seems to disagree. The text says the problem is that pelts unnecessary says for each animal that you slaughter and return to the general supply. It should just say for each animal that you convert to food. That's probably all. If it just said that, then it would be really clear that tanner and pelts can work together. But it unnecessarily, in my opinion, says for each animal that you slaughter and return to the general supply. It's like, why does it need to say that? Anyways. Just a text issue. If only they had... I mean, the game couldn't have been released without... you didn't have the super anal community that exists before the game released. And I start 4th. I actually don't mind. 3 wood into plow a field seems fine. I'm a little sad that 2 clay seems unlikely with 1 sheep. I guess I could do something there. I could do like 2 clay into something else. 2 clay into plow a field. That'd be a pretty weird start. I think just the wood grab is fine. Actually, even 3 wood into machete would be fine. Because, so what are the cards that I'm going to play for my farm school? Is it like Woodcarver, Stable Delivery Man? Because those are the 2 that I want to get early. But what about Village Druid? Village Druid giving me 2 food per occupation. That's got to be a play, right? Is it Village Druid Bargaining Baker? Village Druid Woodcarver and Stable Delivery Man will only be very incidental. I'm not sure. Gonna kind of see how this goes. See what Penguin passes me. Wood Collector, classically good card here for gray. This Penguin really slow. I understand if you haven't played in a while, but yeah, 47 seconds, quite slow. Well, I get to play an occupation, and I will play the Village Druid. Getting that 2 food per occupation as early as possible seems worthwhile. Then I can stable deliveryman, and then farm school wood carver, cat lover, bargaining baker. Yeah, I don't know. This is a hard one. I have too many occupations that I want to play early. That's what it ultimately comes down to. Alright, plow is fine here for me. It's not great, but it's fine. The other thing is I can second move play bargaining baker. Second occupation play bargaining baker, because of course bargaining baker, when I play my cooking implement, which I want anyways to eat the food, food that I'm going to get from Village Druid, that's going to be worth something. And then that gets me my grain, which I then harvest all of with machete to trigger the farm school. Could play another occupation here, but I think 3 wood's fine. There's a pretty reasonable chance that expensive occupation comes back. And if it doesn't, start player machete is fine as well. Start player machete into 4 clay. Just gonna check my email quickly. Just some garbage spam from Uber. More leg room. On to with the fireplace, sure. Wants to make sure that those sheep are his. Makes sense. So yeah, I've got occupation or start player machete. Both are fine. I do need to take a read at some point for farm school, so like a read stone food action would be good. Maybe a 2 read action. I have some options. Parquet setter for gray. It's a fine card. Just gets often overshadowed because a lot of times there's just better actions, but for how slow the payoff is. But you play it early, he's going to get a decent amount of wood from it. Penguin plays Reed Buyer. Whoa. Well, I'm incredibly happy with my first pick. because read buyer sucks. It just sucks for the game generally. It makes the game pretty silly, in my opinion. Ray says, I've never been so glad to take 2 read. Yeah, no kidding. So for me, this is probably 4 clay into bargaining baker. And then round 4, my 2 actions would be so... I'm a little short. I don't quite have the time to activate my farm names or activate my farm school before the next harvest, unfortunately. 4 reed looks fine. Or sorry, 4 clay. Yeah, because I need to sow. I need to get the grain from bargaining baker. Yeah, that's fine. Just means that it has to wait a little longer. And actually, it means that I don't need to sow this harvest. I can wait until round 7 to sow with machete. And actually, wait. I can even wait until I'm closer with apiary and yeah. Apiary can replace my sow action, although I probably gain enough from playing it. I don't know. This is a hard one. Really not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm start player, so I'm pretty sure that it's okay if I do the cooking hearth with this next. Or no, I don't want to build the cooking hearth. I want bargaining baker first, of course. Bargaining baker, of course, gets me a sheep, which means I then will want to build a cooking hearth so I can eat that sheep. Penguin is thinking. Yeah, read buyer. So one of the things we know about all the buyers, playing them decreases your chance to win. In almost all cases. Usually, the buyers are very good at disrupting 2 of your opponents, but often there will be a 3rd opponent that has a way around your buyer. Like in my case, Cat Lover, I can pretty much ignore reed for building wood rooms. So therefore, I only need 3 reed total for the whole game, so the buyer doesn't really affect me. So yeah, especially if this is a late family growth game, I think I will be in pretty good shape. This is my first or second move. What are you asking? Doesn't make any sense. Is he screwing around with this person? Probably. He has the yellow square by his name. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Montu. Alright, let's go, guys. Come on. Greengrocer. Okay. So bargaining baker, get a sheep. Diary for Gray, sure. So he's got 3 cards that give wood right now. Which is quite a few. Penguin, 3 food probably. Or maybe green grocer. Yeah, he might green vegetable. And then get 4 food next round. Because 3 food doesn't let him buy read in round 4, which he probably wants to do. I would assume. So he's thinking about taking clay. Okay. At least he's thinking about doing something. Not sitting, not hitting begin turn. Because that, when people alt tab, that's what happens sometimes. That's sometimes why some people will play a little slower, because they alt tab away when it's not their turn. Getting this game done in an hour. I'm gonna have to play like as quick as I can. Sorry, guys. I'll try to do as much rationalization and explanation outside of my turn, but during my turn I won't have time to do stuff. So we got to keep this going. Because we're on Penguin's 6th action of the game, and we're looking at like a 2 minute move already. After he's already had a 2.5 minute move. His first move of the round was 2.5 minutes, or almost 3 minutes, when he said, "Is it my first or second action?" Like this happens. I understand needing to think, but you shouldn't. Like, he should have been thinking when it wasn't his turn. Is the big one. Think when it's not your turn. And sometimes it will be difficult to predict what your opponents can do, but you still need to be thinking, okay, if they do this, you should, like, your opponent can only do one thing, right? So you should have probably 2 game plans. If they take this, I do this. If they take this, I do this. And then if they do something totally unexpected, then you do a quick reevaluation and then go with your first choice originally, right? Do I need 4 food? If I build cooking hearth, if Penguin doesn't take food here and I take cooking hearth, probably there's a good chance that Traveling Players or Fishing comes back to me. Or maybe not. Penguin's the only person who can build a room this round. I think I should expect him to do a 4 food action. If he does a 4 food action, maybe I should read Stone Food. Okay, he does read Stone Food. Okay, that's fine. So I'll build a room because I don't want him building Basket Maker's Workshop and getting in ahead of me. Because now Montu is basically forced to take the sheep. What is happening other than everyone handing Gray the king? That's the way she goes. Cooking hearth would have building clay oven would have been fine. Clay oven plus machete, certainly I have a pretty strong incentive to go on the sow bake action once per harvest. But Montu criticizing my cooking hearth. I mean, I'm getting 4 food either way. I'm not starving at all. I have a sheep on my farm. I can play a cheap occupation or a 4 food action. Yeah, the Reed Buyer puts a ton of food into the game. I mean, he doesn't like that he had to take the sheep there. Sure, that's understandable. But I have a reason to want that cooking hearth. So just the way she goes. So okay, before the end of round 7, I have to have farm school built. If I don't and have a grain zone, then I've really screwed this game up. But that should be very easy to do. I just need to make sure I get 1 reed. It can come from the Reedstone food space and place farm school, which I have the wood for. So I'll be interested to see if Montu start players here. Start player into 6 wood would be pretty good. If he does, start player into 6 wood. Good. So that means Gray probably builds a room with his first action, I would expect, because he collects a wood from the round 5 space. And then Penguin, hard to say what Penguin will do, having a hard time predicting them. But Baking Tray, certainly looking good there. I said I would have liked it with Bargaining Baker, and then it was the next card that went away, so a little sad. But if I can get Stone Oven or Clay Oven, that will be enough that I will be totally fine with how Bargaining Baker has gone. Yep, Gray builds a room, so then Penguin 4 wood or 5 clay, probably. Maybe Reedstone food. I could 5 clay. Although 4 wood would be best for me, absolutely. 5 clay looks fine. I could have also played an occupation and then start player ram. That's an option as well, because then the sheep would have bred at the start of round 6. If I play ram, great. If I don't play it, I'm not too upset. Like now I can build the clay oven for food for that next harvest, so I think this sequence is good as well. Either I'm feeding with ram or I'm feeding with clay oven. I think clay oven's probably the better play, so I think that looks fine. Cooking hearth. I'm gonna do the someone who comments on my games points out that I always like to do cooking hearth and clay oven, and that's what I'm gonna do in this game. But I'm gonna need all the extra food for my pelts. That's why, I swear, guys, I need the food, even though there's gonna be a ton of extra food in the game. I don't like this Reedstone food here from Montu. Well, I guess it's fine. There's no other good actions available. But Penguin has shown that he's going to buy every time. I actually like it for myself now, because he's going to have no food, and he's going to have to either take food, which is not a great action, or he's not going to be able to buy in round 6, which is also a good position to be in. Oh, come on, you gotta pay attention if you're gonna play a buyer. This is one thing that's like pretty unforgivable. If someone says read stone food buy, you say yes, you say no. If you're gonna play a buyer, you have to pay attention to the game. Don't buy. Okay, good. There we go. That'll make Montu happy. So then Gray grabs 4 clay, sure. What? 3 wood? I don't get it. Oh, Penguin's got axe. Okay, so this is why we saw the reed seller. Although he picked it pretty early, like he picked it before he knew he had axe. So occupation here from me? I think so. I think this is where woodcarver comes out for net +1 food. Actually, you know what? No. Clay oven. Clay oven all day. Just get it out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's family growth. Penguin's gonna build 2 rooms. It's fine. I will also build a bunch of cheap rooms. Nice thing, funny thing with axe and cat lover, you can actually get your wood rooms to be free. The problem with the reason you never see someone fill their farm with only wood rooms is because you never then. It's very difficult for you to get enough clay and stone to efficiently turn that into a monstrous house. Like, for example, Pelts wouldn't mind if I filled every space with a room, but would it be worth it to do it if I didn't get to a stone house? Probably not. Yeah, so stone house, 30 points. 15 room stone house, 30 points, plus your 5 family members, 45. But then you're going to have a ton of minuses. You're going to have a minus on fence, you're going to have a minus on fields, you're going to have a minus on animals, unless you have ways to hold animals. So you really need this. You really require the stone to be able to make it work. I'm going to grab 2 reed here because if he buys, great. If he doesn't, fine. No, okay. It's fine. It's a reed to run out of clay with. On to reedstone food. So as soon as the 2 reeds gone, reedstone food can now be taken without reed buyer threatening it. So then he's going to be able to like major, he might build a well with his next move. Now you've got family growth here for Gray, of course. Penguin's pretty happy, doesn't have to start player at all to get family growth. Of course, did have to last round with his axe, but what are we going to see here from me? Do I want to start player here? I could do something like start player, farm school, and then second action round 7 would be sow bake. Yeah, that's probably my best sequence because yeah, if I start player it gets me a better wood action next round. There's a chance that 6 wood comes back to me. And if it doesn't, I definitely get a 4 wood action. I want lots of good wood actions, so Penguin, grain cart. So he is start playing himself. That's fine. So I will sow. Oh, I have machete out already. Good. I was gonna say I need to play machete, but no, I don't. Montu, why? Yeah. Don't worry about it. Just keep playing. Yep, I agree. It's not great strategy because he doesn't need it for the family growth, but needs to feed. He's pretty hungry. So here's where he might actually starve if he grows. Like, it's actually plausible that if he does family growth, he might starve. But, I mean, playing green card there is not the way to solve that. But anyways, don't worry about it. You can't play for other people. But yeah, taking the start player action anytime you're the start player already is usually not a good move. Because there's always a chance no one else will take it. Now, that of course is not usually the case in like round 12, round 11, where the high priority actions are extremely contested. But in this case. So you've got manufacturer here for gray. So this is nice, especially with slapdash renovation. So he just needs probably 4 clay next round, and then he'll slapdash reno. Montu says, if you need food, doing an action that gets you no food doesn't help. Yes, I tend to agree. But obviously Penguin is not all that experienced with the game. Totally fine. I would say when someone is not really being all that responsive to chat, that's not necessarily the best time to try to mentor them. So 4 wood for me, because now I can do start player farm school, although it doesn't lead to a build room action. Oh, it does lead to a build room action. Haha, because I can cat lover. Oh, that'll make Montu unhappy. I can play start player farm school and then play cat lover with farm school and first action build room round 8. Which might only get me family growth in round 9, which is very slow. Okay, that's fine. Montu builds a room. Makes sense. Stone cart from Penguin. I would rather take a nice wood action, but getting this farm school out is worth quite a bit. So machete grain, which gets me all 3 of them, which lets me play the farm school. So we can feed 4. And the occupation is net 0 food with village druid. So stable deliveryman is 357. So this is the last time I could get 3 stables out of stable deliveryman. But I think wood carver, cat lover are my next 2. And then if stable deliveryman comes in round 11, that's fine. It'll be kind of late, but I think it's okay for 1 stable at the end of the game. So yeah, I probably don't play cat lover here. Actually, I probably play wood carve. No, you know what? I could play stable deliveryman here. I can wood carver, or I can play cat lover for the round 9 harvest. If I grow in round 10, that's fine. Like if I build grow round 10, that I think that's totally fine. Because we've got Penguin and Montu who are both able to grow ahead of me. So yeah, I'm taking 6 wood. So my game plan now is to set up a triple build room action. That's what I care about. Oh, I should remove my guest. Well, whatever. I just have to make sure I pass back to gray really quickly. That's all. Mm, 55 seconds here from Penguin. Yikes. Too slow. Especially for someone that's played since, what was it, 2010? Like, I get it if they're new cards that you're not familiar with that you have to take time to read. That's fine. That's totally okay. But there's some decisions that just shouldn't take that long. Oh, quarry here for gray. This is awesome. Quarry plus manufacturer. Nice combo. Because, of course, part of the problem with the guilds is that they're... part of the problems with the guilds is that they require the resources that you then want to eat, which can make it difficult to acquire enough wood, clay, reed throughout the game. But if you can just pay for stone with really efficient stone actions, then it's fine. Yeah, build the joinery for 1 wood, 1 stone instead of 2 wood, 2 stone. And here is where I will play the stable delivery man. Net 0 food. Put out my stables. 3, 5, 7. I guess I can go bottom corner. Because usually top left is for player 1, and I get a 6 wood action, which is pretty awesome. So 3 actions before the next harvest. One of them is sow bake. If 6 clay comes back, I would be pretty happy to see that, because 6 clay will be enough to renovate to a clay house. Yeah, I could maybe do a bigger house. Like if I got 6 clay, I would have 8 clay that I only really want to use for renovation. So then I could maybe consider doing an 8 clay house and not going to stone, which would be kind of interesting to do. Would certainly makes it easier to fill my farm. But yeah, of course, gray takes the clay. That was never really in doubt. With manufacturer plus the quarry, absolutely he's gonna take as much clay as he can. Oh, stone oven is gone. Huh. Montu built it already. Oh, on family growth, of course. So maybe it's only gonna be bad actions that come back to me. Well, 4 sheep isn't a bad action, but I don't need it. I'll pass it to Montu. I would rather do sow bake than 4 sheep. Well, what I really want is to be able to hold a bunch of animals. Maybe I should fence here, in the off chance that I start getting animals coming back to me. 9-10. Fence 10. Sure. Yeah, so I'm either getting, pretty sure Montu is taking the sheep, but I'm getting 2 boar, plus my village druid gets me a sheep in the next harvest, so I can breed boar and sheep. And then I will feed with bargaining baker. So my 2 actions next round will be sow bake and 2 boar. And then in round 10, I can do something like take wood and then or even how late is Cat Lover gonna come out? Round 12? That late? That's pretty late. Because I could round 9 Woodcarver, but I think round 11 Harvest Woodcarver is fine because it saves me the wood on my round 12 stable and my round 14 stable, and probably Farm Name Sign, which I can play in round 13, or the rest of my fencing that I do in round 13. So it would be Woodcarver for 3 wood, which is fine. Not great, but it's fine. So yeah, Cat Lover round 9 seems to make sense. I should maybe fence 11. No, never mind. I want to keep the wood so that I can build that stable, because I don't have time to build another thing. Start player penguin. Okay. Yikes. Well, he would be helping me a lot if I would be playing normally, but I'm not playing normally. Not at all. So we probably have Slapdash here from Gray. I would think Reno de Stone, Slapdash, build pottery. Although he might build a clay room is the other thing that he could do. Maybe that's why Penguin start playered. But, Change minor. Okay, change your minor. Whatever you do, try to do it quickly. So I can sow bake here for 8 food. Sow my 1 grain and then bake 2, 1 with my clay oven, 1 with my cooking hearth. I think there's no reason not to. Duck pond, sure. Yep, go, go, go. Let's go. Gray builds a room and a stable, sure. Sure. It's going to be a little sad I don't get to take 4 wood next round. I would like to take 4 wood, but I have to do what I have to do, and that is take boar and sow bake. And sow bake is safe, so take boar first action. Alright, Penguin, what are you doing? Click new. Oh, we just finished. Okay, now click new round. Because you just finished, it's your turn now. There we go. Now we play threshing board. Sure. Threshing board is not a great card. Mostly because Usually you want to already have enough stuff, but I mean it's fine. Because you end up getting bake actions on so bake anyways. He didn't add the person, I added the person for him. Don't need to talk about it. Just need to keep going. So I'm going to be at 6 animals, which means 4 wood rooms. If I could get to 7 3 wood rooms, maybe I build 1 wood room, 1 4 wood room, and then do the rest as, try to do the rest as 3 wood rooms. So I really want to let my boar get bred up because I want to max out my tanner. So 6 boar altogether. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could eat 5 of those boar, turn them into 3 points, and also turn them into 5 food for pelts at the end of the game. Usually though, it ends up being more complicated than that because you want to also have room for your other stuff. So we will see how this is all going to go. Alright. Well, he is clicking begin turn at least. Hopefully we get done by 25 after. It's not ideal for me, but big arms here for Montu. Not like he really needed it with the 2 4 sheep actions, but it's a lot more, certainly. Yeah. And I feed 4, harvest all 3, and 2 food for an ox. Which gets me a sheep, which will breed, and boar, which will breed. You know what, I can remove the guest and AFK for a little bit because this is going pretty slow. And I'll be right back. Oh wow, Penguin went through both of his things. Montu is flaming Penguin a little. Montu plays Forest Farmer. Saying read buyer is very annoying. Yes, it is. We know that. I'm on So Bake, not one read, by the way, or not vegetable, by the way. It did say in chat, but I don't think they caught it. Play Cat Lover, no. So one wood to build a stable. Maybe I should actually. Save the wood on my stable. Save the wood on my stable. Matu says, okay, then I change to 2 wood. Read, that's fine. He wants to build another room. I don't care. Because I need to accumulate wood anyways over the next 2 rounds. I can play apiary now, which is kind of appealing. I can play apiary, eat a boar. Actually, if I don't grow this run, I don't even need to eat a boar. I can just 4 food and then eat a village druid replaces my sheep. So net 0 on that occupation. Alright, go, 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 go. Let's go, guys. Come on. Oh, he's not gonna buy. He has no food. He's starving. No point in waiting. It was always gonna be assume no. But I guess this means that Gray will do Reedstone food. But that means I get a 3 wood action, so it works out okay. Okay, come on. Come on. I know I caused confusion by changing my occupation, but it shouldn't take 2 minutes to sort that out. Maybe I should go tap Nathan in. He could finish this game. He could finish this game, actually. Penguin is saying you can't ask whether he's going to buy or not and then change your decision. Yes, this is true, but Monty didn't do that. Go, go, go. 4 stone is pretty appealing, actually, especially for my big house. I want to get as much stone in one action as I can. Thing is, yeah. Because if I delay my wood grabs any further, then I'm just like really making myself irrelevant to the game. So 3 wood. Then I can even build grow next round if I want to. Build grow, play apiary. Yeah. Save a wood next round with wood carver. So it'll be the same cost for that wood. The only difference is I'll get a person 1 round earlier. Probably point neutral action even. Or action neutral sequence, I would think. Although Montu does want to build again, it looks like. If I got 4 stone back, that would be pretty cool. Although I'm somehow doubtful. It's possible. Gray has day labor with Corey. He doesn't care about the stone space. So 4 stone or 3 wood. 4 stone over 3. I will take 4 stone over 3 wood. Yes, I will. Actually, what are the odds I get to a stone house? Not good. But 4 stone is the well. Although Gray could easily build a well before me. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure, actually. I probably like plowing more than I like taking stone. Oh, the 4 stone is what's left me, though, so that's fine. No problem. No problem. Yeah, because the nice thing about waiting a little longer means my cat lover will make it so that I have 3 wood rooms in round 12. So that's pretty nice. So I got like 20 more minutes before I need to go. How many more actions does Penguin have left this game? 4x4, 16. Yeah, so each of his actions are a minute. So yeah, I definitely don't have time to finish. So I'll go ask. Well, I mean, I could do half an hour. I could play for another half hour, but ideally I would like to leave in 2025. So I'll maybe go see if Nathan wants to tap in. Get him up here so we can start following the game. And I can talk to him about my game plan. And I don't have a move for a couple minutes, so... Montu says, wow. Because Penguin took 1 cattle? That's not really that surprising. I mean, 2 cattle, it's like a reasonable block. He has 4 actions. There's not really that much else for him to do on the board. I think it's fine. He does need to figure out how he's feeding in the next harvest, but maybe he's just going to keep eating a whole bunch of crops. So yeah, build room into family growth, apiary for sure. Oh no, I don't have a cat lover out. I can't build a room here. Oh, that's sad. Well, 4 wood is hopefully going to come to me. So that is something. Yes, it does. Good. Move the stable from last round. Yeah, because I need, of course, I haven't played Cat Lover yet. That's fine. Hey, Nathan.
Yo.
Everybody say hi to Nathan.
Hello.
So, I'm having a bit of an unusual game. I haven't grown yet.
Oh, good.
So I have Cat Lover in hand.
Oh, good. So you need lots of sheep.
Yeah, so I'm only 1 animal away from maxing out Cat Lover.
Okay.
Which makes all my rooms 3 wood per room.
What occupations? Got village druid for some sheep.
Yep.
Bargaining baker for some food.
Yep. So bargaining baker won't really do anything for the rest of the game, but that's fine. It did enough. Stable deliveryman, a couple more stables. Wood carver, save a couple wood, which might be important.
When do you use wood carver?
It's one wood per round. Basically, save 1 wood on something per round. So if you're spending wood, then you get to save one per round.
Mm-hmm.
So, stable deliverymen, rooms, whatever.
Apiary is really nice.
I do have apiary, which is really nice. So I have a nice combo: farm school plus machete plus apiary. Well, really just farm school plus machete. Anything else is gravy. So farm school says you have to harvest 2 goods, and if you do, you get to play an occupation.
Okay.
Machete says harvest all the goods off of one of your fields. So then I only need to have 1 sown field to make it work.
When do you use machete? At any time?
It's a field phase of the harvest.
Oh, nice.
So machete plus farm school lets me play an occupation each harvest, and then of course with village druid it's a net 0 thing. Wow, penguin built another room. Do I sow bake again? I probably sow bake for the last time. I could play apiary, but I can just play apiary next round. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3.
So how many grain do you have there? Do you have 3 grain or 2 grain?
3.
But you ate 2 of them?
I baked 2 of them. Yeah, 1 with clay oven, 1 with cooking hearth.
Oh.
That's why I got 8 more food.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Why do you need so much food?
Because I want to save eating animals until the end of the game because I have pelts.
Oh, okay. Smart.
Yeah. So like that's my round 13 harvest paid for. So I don't need to turn animals into food now until round 14 once my pelts is out and I have 5 rooms out. So then I can just turn all my boar, all my sheep into food.
Wait, you're gonna get 5 rooms?
Yep. Cat lover.
Yeah, so you need 4 sheep is your goal? Or how many? Like, there's a max of like 7 sheep or something? Yeah, 7 animals. Oh, it doesn't have to be sheep. It's any animal. Okay. So, you want to build 3 rooms at once? Or?
Yep.
So, is that going to be your first action next round, probably? Build a room?
Build room into family growth. Yeah, so we can kind of, probably that's what's going to be the best, in which case probably I will pass on building a stable in favor of building 3 rooms at once. Because with 8, so I have 8 wood on my farm, so 8 wood is just not enough. No, it's not enough.
We'll want to give 1 more animal, though.
Pardon?
1 more animal should be enough.
You want to save the reed with reed. So reed buyers in the game, so we don't want to use the reed. So we want to only pay wood for the rooms, and the rooms are 3 wood per room. So 8 is not enough. So wood carver can only impact the stable or 1 room.
I see. Because I guess you want to keep the reed for the Rhino.
I want to keep the reed for the Reno, yes. Because with reed buyer, it makes getting the reed annoying.
And you got 4 stone.
Yeah, I got a 4 stone action last round because there was like not really anything else good. So if I can get to a stone house, I'm going to have a pretty good scoring farm. But
yeah, round 12 and round 13 are going to be like nothing for you.
yeah. Well, round 12 will be nothing. But round 13 should be fine. Yes. Fortunately, I have good miners that I can start playing.
Yeah, 2 of them are pretty great. Farm sign name is once everything's filled up, do you get a point or something?
Yeah. Probably I can't play it. I'm not going to have enough actions to fill the farm.
I see. Did you do your reading yet?
No, I haven't. I fed 4, and then I will 2 food for an occupation, 2 more sheep, and 1 more for
Crazy.
cat lover. I already announced it, so they've all seen it. I actually don't need to really keep the guest anymore. They all know it's coming because I played it. I thought about playing it in this harvest, but I had only 1 wood on my farm, so I was like, well, realistically, I'm a 2 wood actions away from building a room. So then I decided if I'm 2 wood actions away from building a room, I'll just wait for cat lover to get big for max benefit. Now it does mean that I'm growing in the last possible rounds. But
yep. But that means hopefully no one will do family growth without.
And you know what? Looks like Penguin will. He has 4. He built another room.
Yeah.
So I will build. So that means I can 6 wood into room.
Yep.
Although 6 wood will get taken.
Yep. What else?
It means I can stable here and save on the wood carver next round. Yeah, that's stable. That stone is going to end up being dead. I don't have enough actions to pull it all off. That happens.
Because you definitely want to plow.
Yeah, game's just a little too slow.
What's your tanner do for you again?
Gets you points for animals that you've eaten.
Oh, nice.
So again, another reason to accumulate a bunch of animals and then eat them all.
Interesting.
Same with pelts. So yeah, I can turn my animals will be more efficient as points, as tanner points and pelt points than they will be as something in and of themselves. So stable is free. I should announce that.
Okay. When's your soccer game?
It's in an hour,
Okay.
but I need to leave in like 10, 15 minutes.
Game's almost over. Yeah. Penguin. Is Penguin a new player?
Actually,
pretty well.
he's been on the site since 2010.
Yeah, doing pretty well.
I don't agree.
No, I guess there's no wood at all.
So look at his
he's
farm.
completely empty.
You're saying he's doing pretty well because he has a 5-room house.
His miners look okay.
So the thing is, you can build a 5-room house anytime, but if you have 1 wood on your farm at the start of round 12, that doesn't mean you're doing well.
Yeah, his occupations are pretty garbage actually. Reed buyer for his first occupation. He's got like a troll. And the other guy is forest farmer for his only ock, but his farm looks much better. 12 wood for gray.
So I'm pretty sure I want to get the 2 cattle here.
Yeah.
2 cattle might mean that I don't get to Reno, though. It's possible. Yeah, that 4 stone action is actually killer. It could have been It could have been anything else. Maybe even it would have been better as a 2 wood action.
Penguin's playing a really crazy game. He's like bake 5 grain for 15 food. Doesn't seem that great. It's okay. Then he's like, no.
4 grain for 12 food.
Yeah.
Well, because he's just eaten raw grain with grain cart and green grocer the whole game.
Ouch.
Which is pretty ugly. Yeah, Montu gets the clay. That's too bad. I probably needed to take the clay myself.
Yeah, I was thinking something along those lines, but Yeah, I probably won't get to stone.
Who needs to renovate your house?
Montu does. Apparently.
Maybe I should just build wood rooms instead of try to reno to clay. So if I'm not going to get to clay, that means I could build 7 rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This would be a pasture. I could do that.
You don't want one more field.
I think I'm only getting 1 more field at most anyways.
Yeah, but you said pasture.
So this would be a room, this would be a field, and then...
Okay.
Oh, did I say pasture here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I meant field.
Field, yeah.
But that would be pretty silly. It would require a lot more wood, which is not really viable. So I think just 3 rooms here now is fine.
Yep. Too bad I couldn't have done that earlier, but it's hard to pull that one off. You had village druids, so you had a bit of a line.
Yeah, I think this game is too slow. I needed to build 1 room earlier maybe without Cat Lover. The problem is a reed buyer in the game made it really obnoxious to get reed.
Yeah, you always like the early 2 read spot.
I did it once. Actually, I don't know if I did do it once to get the reed for farm school, but yeah, it was looking pretty ugly.
Penguin with no miner. I guess he played all his miners. Yeah, I understand what you mean, but he's probably not doing so well, especially if he's not having miners, because you've got a draft to prepare for late game miners and early game miners. So he's just...
Well, he's just doing a bunch of random start player actions. Like, he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
He's doing start player here to get plow sow in round 12, which is fine. But he did a bunch of random start player actions earlier, which he didn't need to do. Like in round 6, he did a start player with no start player when he was already the start player. And he was like, oh, I needed to feed. And it was like, well, if you need to feed, doing an action that gets you no food is not seeming like it's that good.
Nope.
But Gray got a 2 read action in round 2, and then Reed Buyer came out afterwards.
Right.
So that pretty much means that Gray wins. Because Reed Buyer is the kind of card that the person who plays it is less likely to win, because you give whoever has the way around your Reed Buyer such a strong game. Because Gray got to build the first room in round 5. So, it happens. So round 13, I family growth apiary. Round 14, I family growth pelts. I don't think I play anything else at this point. If I can get on family growth even without room round 13, that would be nice. Which is actually possible, because Penguin I think will Penguin will plow sow over family growth.
Oh, yeah.
So I can double family growth next round, which is at least that's something. But my 5-room house staying on wood is pretty pathetic. There was so much that could have happened in this game. So much. But it's going to crash and burn instead.
Well, you can get Tanner and Pelts out. Are you going to play Apiary?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Because Apiary has to come out in order to play an occupation in round 13. Yeah.
Got it. So Pelts will be round 14. Minor growth.
Yeah.
Okay, you can get everything you need. Not farm sign, of course, but that's fine.
Yeah, farm name sign. Well, it won't be worth 2 points in this game, probably.
Squeezing in that plow is going to be the trick, though.
Yeah, getting another plow in would be nice. But I might get it. You never know. Maybe the other players will get all their plowing done, as they all have super open farms.
Penguins.
There is Sunrise Admirer, so Gray maybe values it a little less.
Is there a card that lets you pay Crane to fence, 15? Because Penguin needs that card right now.
Yeah. Oh, Crop Rotator here for Montu. Nice, lots of points for him.
Yeah,
Crop Rotator's a nice card.
Montu's not too far behind Gray. But the minors, the majors, yeah, great.
Yeah, the 5-grade gray has all those majors. Is pretty monstrous.
Yep. Quarry is nice.
Yeah, quarry is nice. For sure.
Interesting. He's definitely going for that stone. For sure. Does he have a read? So read buyer, I never see it played. Does he like choose to pay 2 food for something? For read, I'm guessing.
What's the issue? I don't get it.
The guest token, I'm guessing. I don't know if he should play the guest token this
Oh,
week.
Forest Farmer. Saying Forest Farmer shouldn't have gone yet.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. Looks like Penguin wasn't going to pick any Ox because his 2 Ox are just enough.
Yeah.
Basket Maker's Workshop should be going to Gray because he is the manufacturer.
Yep. Yeah, with the stone for sure. I would expect that Gray start player Basket Maker's Workshop here because Penguin plows sow, then I do Family Growth, and then Montu 2 Boar. I would expect. Maybe plow field.
Yeah,
but probably no 2 Boar. Nah, Boar is worth way more for him here.
You might risk it, thinking that Gray doesn't need Boar and you don't need Boar. You might risk it if Montu is trying to go for the win. Yeah, plowing might be better for Montu for the win.
Thing is, he doesn't need any more sow actions to maximize his crop points with Crop Rotator. So the big advantage of plow here would be that he could sow more, but he doesn't need to.
Alright, Penguin, is he going to start player first action? So we can get that round 14. Nope.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's nice that you got your feeding sorted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my feeding is sorted, which is nice, but I didn't have enough of a payoff. I needed the other thing would have been Benefactor. If I had Benefactor in addition to Cat Lover, then maybe this would be worthwhile, but I think the issue was Bargaining Baker slowed down the rest of the game too much. Like I just tried to do too much. But also the read buyer really hurt. Because when I saw read buyer and I had no read on my farm, I was like, well, okay, I just need to give up on building building a regular room.
Looks like the early fireplace would have been important with sheep first and then miner.
Yeah, I fourth action could have taken 2 clay, but I didn't.
And with the village druid and cat lover.
Thing is, the way I looked at it is I wanted Bargaining Baker out before I played the fireplace anyways for the grain. So, yeah. I maybe played too many cards that did the same thing. Like Bargaining Baker made my feeding easier, Village Druid made my feeding easier.
Any sneaky cards that haven't been played that you know are going to come? Like Constable?
No. Not that I saw. Hey, you were right, Montu did plow.
Yeah. Montu wants to go for the win.
So he's hoping 2 Boar comes back. Yeah. Not unreasonable. Although Penguin has a cooking hearth now, he might need the food.
No, he's 16. I mean, yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't know what Penguin's plan is. The no wood is the big misplay.
I wonder if he has Hide Farmer. Does he win if he has Hide Farmer? I don't think so. He doesn't have enough points, I don't think, to beat even with Hide Farmer.
Yeah, because there's more to do the game than like next round. He has to do something. Like Hide Farmer would be good right now if it was the end of the game.
Right. Yeah, not being able to hold animals is pretty killer.
Yeah, great starting player. Family growth into family growth.
Yeah. So, then harvest all.
Yep.
And then get to play a guest. So the guest should be Tanner.
Yeah, because you have to eat your whatever grows, I'm guessing. What happens first? Does Tanner come first before you eat your things? Because you can't...
Tanner comes first, yeah, because farm school activates on the field phase.
Because you can't fit all your sheep.
Family and 2 food for Ock. And then I get Tanner, but Tanner doesn't care about sheep. Tanner cares about...
Boar.
yeah.
So yeah, you can keep 5 boar.
Eat 2H. So I need to eat. So we need to eat 2 sheep because one's gonna get bred and one's gonna get paid out by the village druid.
Okay.
So that's 4 food there, and then boar we can eat and it can go to the tanner.
Yeah, because of the cattle.
To make room. Yeah, so the cattle. Oh, whoops. So, I don't know how to mark this. Maybe L for the boar. 1 boar on Tanner like that. And then the stable here is free, so we can put a free stable on the farm, and it should go inside the boar pasture, I guess. Alright, I think I'm going to go and let you take over for the rest of this.
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yep.
You get to entertain people.
How do I turn
Oh, I'm streaming,
this?
by the way.
Yeah, how do I turn off the
Oh.
stream?
You just hit stop streaming here. And make sure you hope people enjoyed the little video.
Yeah, everyone has to enjoy.
Yeah.
Hopefully people stay till the end.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm officially tagging in Nathan and
Tag
saying...
team.
Yeah, or tag team.
Ha.
And I gotta run. So this is Ray, thank you for doing this. So round 5, or the last round, 4 actions. Family growth obviously is an action.
Plow, if it comes.
Plow. Yeah, plow would be great. Don't forget you can activate apiary to sow once more to get another point from grain.
Yep.
Football player is probably not worth playing.
No, definitely not.
Unless you want to turn 2 food into a sheep for some reason.
Yeah. Probably not.
Probably not.
Maybe, but probably not.
Maybe, yeah. Plow sow would be ideal, but there's no way plow sow is coming back to us. If we could pull off renovation, there is a chance because Gray is gonna slapdash Reno, right? And there's a chance Penguin Renos this round. So if Penguin Renos if Gray Renos in round 14 and Penguin Renos this round, Gray has slapdash Reno.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a chance.
But we need 3 actions. We gotta get the clay, get the reed.
Get the clay, get the reed, yeah.
And that's not, we have 4 peeps.
Yeah. But I mean, what else would be better than that, right? Plow is 3 points. Vegetable is
2.
Vegetable is 2 points. Other than that, there's not too many points available for us. Yeah. Anyways, thank you. I'm going. Sorry to saddle you with this one. It's not my best game.
If I win it for you,
If
know.
you win, then it's all it's all on your strength. That's right.
Aha. I'll try not to get you banned from Twitch.
Oh yeah, please don't get me banned on Twitch. What else do I need out of here? I don't think I need too much else.
Got your green shirt, or not green shirt day?
It's downstairs in the wash, so I'll get it down there.
Unsmithy says hello.
That was like at the start of the game.
Hello, Unsmithy.
I really doubt they're still watching the chat, but that's fun. If they are, then that's really nice of you. I should take a white shirt in case we need to change. And all the rest of my crap is in the dryer right now. All right, I'll be back at like 11:30. So
Nice.
see ya.
Late night soccer.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun. Alright, round 14. Can we win? Well, I don't think so. I think Montu has a really good game. I don't know if it's better than Gray, but pretty close. I think Ray should win if he gets a stone. And he has 4 more wood. So he'll do Reno. Yeah, I think Gray has this one. Gray didn't get grain last turn. I thought Gray was going to get grain. Alright, Penguin. He's being the start player, Penguin. Start player. Got 11 wood. It's bacon. Okay. So, yeah. We lost our plow. That's great. So, should we race for... Should we race for the Renault? Probably not. Probably not. I think we do it anyways. We need at least 3 clay, so this should come back. Let's see if this works. Will said this might be the option, so I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna do 3 actions to try to get Reno, and then the last action for family growth. I mean, it's not really that good of a move anyways. Could have maybe tried to get wood for fencing, but I think the fencing actions are definitely getting taken by Penguin. And then the 1 vegetable for 2 points. I guess that's our backup plan. I don't know if Grain gets this 1 extra point. I have to look at the how to play. How to play. Nope. Don't know how to play. Maybe it's this one. Nope. Maybe it's in the score, when you get your score. How do you look at your score again? Well, I don't see it. Oh, we did a Renault slapdash. Yep, Renault. Well, we can probably get a Renault. Renault pelts. Has anyone ever made football player work? It's a pretty interesting card, but I don't think anyone really tries to make it work. It seems okay late in the game when there's like nothing else left for you. Alright, we're doing it. Gonna Reno. So Will said eating the boar is going to be better than just having the points. So I think what we should do then is eat to 1 and eat to 1. Any animal you slaughter, 1 food, 1 of your rooms. Okay, so we get a 5 from that. So 5 food, 5 animals. We have to feed 9. So interesting. The ram seemed really good if it was played earlier. I don't know why didn't Will play the ram? Because he didn't want to start player. Because he thinks start playing is bad. Interesting. Montu thinks start playing is good, even though there's the major minor available. Guess he's gonna try for that. I don't know. What's all this junk here on the... Hopefully that wasn't me. The cattle. The sheep. Wood. It's like someone just kept mashing hotkeys. Something I would do. Hopefully it wasn't me. Alright, we can reno. Bum bum bum. Check it out. Clay. Ooh, 5 points. Should I play the ram? It's a sheep for farming and scoring. Needs an extra food. Let's just play pelts. Fit farm. And then they're gonna be like, oh, pelts. Oh, Tanner and pelts. So we need 6 wild boar or 4 cattle. Well, we'll get 3 cattle for 2 bonus points. And guess we'll get 4 for 2. Because I don't think we can get. Well, he's a sign on them. I don't know. You only ate 1 though. I don't know why we'll put this on. If we only ate 1, it says we need 2. I think Will's trying to cheat. So on field. Okay. I guess vegetable is worth 3 points. Okay, so if Will is cheating, then we should not do that. Because he only ate 1. Eat 1. And he didn't eat any cows. I guess that's not a point. I think that's what Will was trying to. He was saying he's just 1, not really a point. Family growth. Alright. Let's play this. Announce. And turn. Alright, so gotta remove one of these. So it says we need just 1. It already counts for scoring, so we can eat 3. Alright, let's just eat all my animals except for 1. Eat 3. Yeah. Let's eat. Yeah. 2A. 3O. Is that right? Yep. 2. Wait, no, it's not. We should eat. But wait, they breed. So at the end of the game, when they breed. Alright. Feed 9 food. Breed. Okay. First is apiary. Apiary, machete. Alright, I spelled it right. Good. Spelling is hard. Apiary, machete. Eat grain. Feed 9 food. Breed. Kill 4 O, comma 2. No. 403A. Breed. Actually, we don't really need to kill this sheep because of 1, 2, 10, and pelts. Alright, so that's 1 plus 2 plus 1. Because we got 3 from there. Get rid of these. Move all that. Cool. Oops. Oh. Alright, so zoom in. We got 5 bonus points from that. Let's remove that and go J, 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 J. And then put J, 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 J. Actions, control, send farm. We got more food because of eating the animals. The feeding wasn't the problem. Don't need to play the Awk. I think that's it. Let's get our score. I go, oh no. 28 plus. Oof. Oof. Oh no. 28 plus 1, 2, 3. Looks like we got 39. Pretty bad. Well, that was Will for you. Looks like, oh, Gray beat us by 1. I thought Gray did a much better game than us. The game doesn't count Ram as H. We have 1 more each point. Oh. Is that so? Zoom in. It says it doesn't count Ram. Maybe I did the +1 then. Yeah. Plus. Oh. I'll just take it. Thank you, Gray. I'll take it, even if it might not be right. Thank you, Gray. I'll take 40. Haha. I'll take 40. GG. Plus 240. Oh yeah. Ram is also worth a point by itself. Gray is very helpful. Gray, oh yeah, Gray won. Yeah, 54. I thought I thought you said he got 40, but no. Yeah, Gray definitely won. 54. Montu. That's how do you get a better game. He leaves. This game definitely lined up well for me. Congrats. Well played. See ya. Dun, dun, dun. Penguin. I used to have respect for Penguins, you know. My favorite hockey team, Pittsburgh Penguins. You know, some of my favorite movies had to do with Penguins. Reed Fire. Expected better. I guess he just wanted to see how he controlled the game. It's funny. Well, thanks everyone for watching this little video. We'll see you again next time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and you know, hit that notification bar. You know, there's that bell at the top corner somewhere. You know, yeah, watch these other videos too. If Will edits, you know, he'll put little captions here, a little caption here, a little caption here, all these extra clickbait. See ya.